I know. I know. I know. I know. Thank you, everybody. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another Thursday live on the stream. I'm getting used to it being on Thursdays, but it is still a little bit weird. So welcome to the JoBlo Movie Show. I am your host, as usual, Kier Gomes. And I wanted to start the show by plugging, I've got, over here, a new Instagram account that you can follow. If you want to follow me on Instagram, this will have behind-the-scenes stuff from here at JoBlo. Also, just more of me. So I just started it. If you guys are interested, please go give me a follow at kier.gomes. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up on screen for a little while. You guys can go follow me there. Folks, how the hell are you? Get in the comments. Some of you are here already. I'm seeing a few regulars. Hello, hip-hop legend, Gory Tiger, Kiki. Looks like we got Super Banana Guy, Bootzilla, hip-hop legend. Hello, everybody. Now we're just waiting on Cartoon Man to make his appearance. Hopefully he'll be here tonight. What do you guys got going on? How was everybody's week, man? We have had a long week, but a good one overall at JoBlo, and I'm excited for tonight's show, you guys. We're going to be talking first and foremost, probably for most of the show, we are going to be talking about finally the trailer for Welcome to Derry, which is the It in the Andy Muschietti universe, the prequel series to that movie. Anybody who knows me knows I have been waiting and chomping at the bit for information on this series since it was announced years ago. In fact, I talked about it in the pre-show video, and I did that video 2 years ago. So I know with the strike and everything, it's been kind of crazy, but you know, come on. So we're going to talk about that, and we have a guest today. Oh, hello, Dungeon Crawler, Darnell, Leak, and Glindlebro. Everyone is here. Hello.
Hello there.
If we get Cartoon here, guys, then pretty much the whole family is here. If we can get him, King Sport Cal, tell your friends, man. Tell your friends. Too Tall. Hey, I'm new here. Well, hello. Big fan of y'all's. Well, thank you for being here, Too Tall. Appreciate it. Mr. Bucket Man is here as well. Hello.
Hello there.
All right, guys, we got ourselves a little family reunion with some new friends. All right, guys, I am going to be introducing our guest. If you saw the thumbnail, okay, if you saw the description of tonight's show, then you know we have a guest for you tonight. Now, as I understand it, our guest has been experiencing some technical issues, but we're going to do our best to run a good show either way. Let's see if we can get him on here. Ladies and gentlemen, JoBlo's official toy maker, admin, host, editor, Mike Conway. Uh-oh, Mike, where are you at?
There you are. How's it going? How's it going? It's been a very weird 35 minutes since my power went out in the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. My butthole was about that big around this whole time, wondering if we were gonna work it out. But here you are.
Here we are. We're on my currently on my iPhone and using iPhone audio, but it's better than nothing.
You
It
sound okay
sucks
to
though
me.
because it sucks though because it like an hour ago it looked like we were both in the same room, like we were there together, same
Yeah,
setup. It was awesome.
yeah, it was a cool
But
setup.
no,
I
someone
honestly,
is.
I almost think we could have convinced the audience that we were in the same room. It looked the exact
Uh,
same to me. Like it just looked like you were right across from me.
Yeah, well, next time will be better.
Next
Someone's
time.
either working in the neighborhood or it's this insane wind that's going on. But Facebook says that everybody's power's out, so it's not me,
Yeah,
at
I saw
least.
that too, man. I saw that too. Thank you for sending me that because also that's one of those things where nobody would believe me if if
No,
I was like the guy's power went out right before the show. They'd be like, no, it didn't. You know?
Conway's messing up again.
Yeah, they would have thought you were pumping iron at the gym, forgetting about the big guys over here like me. So Mike, did you watch the Welcome to Derry trailer that I sent you?
I did. I watched it with my son also. He's
Okay,
12. He's about to be 13. He loves both those It movies.
great. Oh, both of
He's
them.
yeah,
Right
yeah,
on.
one
Good.
and two. Yeah.
We'll definitely be talking about those movies tonight, guys. We're gonna be talking about Pennywise as a whole. And I also want to make time, Mike, because this is your first time on the show. I want to make time throughout the night to introduce you to people and get you to know. We've got a great kind of group of fanboys that shows up every week. Some of them are actually already welcoming you to the show, which we always appreciate. So Glindlebro has given you a welcome.
Yeah. I wish I could see the comments because I know I've talked to some of these folks in the chat every Thursday, or it used to be Fridays, like Hip Hop Legend. I remember Cartoon Man is that another one too?
Yep,
Yeah,
Cartoon Man.
I
He's not
remember.
here tonight. Oh
Yeah.
no, he is here. Cartoon Man made it. Oh my
Oh, what's up,
god.
Cartoon Man? What's up?
Yeah, dude. So yeah, so I forgot because you're active in the comments pretty much every week.
Mhm.
So these are also your people, and now they can put a face, a beautiful face, to the name in the comments.
Oh,
That's
thank you, sir.
beautiful. You
It's
you look
great to
good,
be
by the way.
everybody's live. Everybody's live on JoBlo.
I'm sure we all appreciate that very much. You know, we need the viewership sometimes.
Oh yeah, oh, it's great. This is like a talk show almost.
That's why we call it the JoBlo Movie Show. Now, I don't want to brag, but I'm kind of like if Johnny Carson was famous for wearing a baseball cap. That's kind of, I don't want to brag, but this is the sound we hear every week when I come on screen. It's just a big applause. Everybody loves me. It's exhausting.
Well, I have a question. Isn't it customary for if you're on a talk show host, the guest should get like one of those fancy mugs with like a water or whatever have you? And
Yeah,
where's
in
my
fact,
mug,
I
sir?
sent I sent a car over to drop off your goods. They must not have made it. Maybe it had to do with the power outage. The guy was in a
Oh wait,
Tesla. No.
it just came. It just
Oh,
came. It
oh,
just came, sir.
perfect. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. How?
Um,
Oh, did you paint that on
um,
there?
yeah, dude.
Dude, I love you
I
for
did it
doing
like
that.
I did it like 45 minutes ago.
I love you for doing that. I also have from you, this is actually kind of backwards tradition. You've given me the gift. I have one of your popcorn buckets here.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
It's a
If
good
I
looking
wasn't
piece.
having several drinks during one of your live streams months ago, that would have never happened.
I know, dude. I think about that all the time. I think I might have even mentioned it a few times when I've showed the bucket on the stream or talked about it or when we've given it away. Had it not been for one of our awesome commenters suggesting a JoBlo popcorn bucket, and then you happening to be the kind of creative person who decides I can do that in a weekend, those two things created this beautiful popcorn bucket that I'm proud of. So we appreciate you, Michael.
Well, thank you so much, man. Well, I mean, it taught me to how to use Blender. So never used Blender before that.
For a first attempt, dude, that is insane. I can't do anything with Blender. I've tried because I do some animation stuff. Anytime I try to get into Blender, I get overwhelmed instantly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna get on with the show, folks. I do have a hard stop on the hour at 9 p.m. I have to go pick up my wife. She's at the doctor right now, so I gotta go pick her up after the show. So in order for us to pack everything in, we're just gonna kind of get to it. But first, before we do, Mike, give us maybe a little background on you and Pennywise, or you and the character of Pennywise. What's your history with it?
My stepdad constantly read Stephen King, so I kind of knew it from there. And then when the miniseries came out, I'm a little bit older than you. So when the miniseries came out, that's when all my friends were talking about it and how scared they were. I didn't watch it right when it first came out, but I think I watched it maybe in 1993. 1993 sounds about right. I hated it. I didn't think it was
Even then,
scary. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely felt like a TV movie to me, and as a sounds pretentious for a 10-year-old to say that, but so I was never a huge fan. I like Tim Curry though. Tim Curry's great.
yeah. See,
Um,
I feel, in my opinion, anyway. Let's talk about Tim Curry. Let me pull up some Tim Curry. I feel, at least to me. So I am, not to cut you off already, but with the It TV miniseries, I grew up enjoying it. Like many people, around our age, or I mean, even in generations below you and mine. I mean, this is a popular thing for parents to show their kids, kind of a rite of passage, I think. Uh, as a kid, I used to like it, but I didn't really think it was that scary. I just really enjoyed the, out of the eeriness of a demonic clown. I have to also say Tim Curry is my favorite like actor. I love him so much. I always point it out, but I've got a Rocky Horror Picture Show poster right there. It's probably my favorite musical of all time. I love Tim Curry. I think he can do no wrong. Yeah, I know, right? So good. You're the kind of guy I should talk about that movie with, because everybody else I talk to is passively a fan of it. I'm obsessed. So maybe we'll talk, or maybe
that's
we
my
did.
Sweet Transvestite is my karaoke song. Every time I
Oh
go to
yeah.
karaoke, Sweet Transvestite. I even done it in a biker bar in Texas, and
Oh,
everybody loves it.
nice.
Yeah, so every time I do karaoke, I have to do Sweet Transvestite.
I'm sure the Texas crowd loves it when you do Sweet Transvestite. I'm sure they do.
Oh yeah.
um, now I go crazy for Rocky Horror. I just love Tim Curry. So when I was a kid, seeing the mini series, I enjoyed it. It never scared the shit out of me though. And all of my friends growing up, I used to think some of them were lying. They'd be like, "Oh, it's the scariest thing I've ever seen." And even into our 20s and now 30s, I have friends who swear it is the scariest thing they've ever seen. And I don't buy it. I think the remake, at least the first chapter, is far scarier. And I also think it's better. So here's the thing. I know it's not a remake per se, it's just an adaptation of Stephen King's novel, but I think that the 2017 It Chapter 1 is my all-time favorite horror movie. And I mean, I've seen it all. I think that is the best horror movie I've ever seen. And every time I say this, I get the same look from people. They go, "Really? That one?" Yes. Yes, it's that one. Deal with it. Now, Mike, uh, continue, please. So you like? I know you actually. So you mentioned you like the new one as well. Do you like the second one? Do you like Chapter 2?
I do very much.
You like
I
Halloween
know
Ends
that one
and
has.
It Chapter 2. You are hot take
Yeah.
handsome right now.
Oh
Okay.
man. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't like. I mean, I don't like everything, but there's some movies that I really like that a lot of people like to shit on, and those are especially Halloween Ends. Man, I'll never hear the end of that one.
It's
But
just
going back to the '90s miniseries, I remember thinking it was okay. I didn't think it was scary, but then when he turned into that weird little spider thing at the end,
yeah.
I just thought it was so awful, and I never wanted to see it again. And I haven't seen it since I was 10 years old, so I have no idea if it's any good now as an adult. I might revisit it. I have the double VHS cassette tape
Very
in
nice.
my office where I just was. I had but I had to come in here where there's some light.
Yeah, at least the
But
light looks nice on your face.
oh, thanks, thank you.
Yes.
But it chapter one, the 2017 one, that one came out on my birthday,
Ah.
so that was special. I love that movie to pieces. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's up there. It's great. Um, it chapter two, it took me a while to go to see it. Just because so many people was telling me how bad it was, and I didn't have time for 3 hours in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And so I finally watched it. Maybe it was about last year. I think my son was 11 around then. I got him to watch it chapter one with me because I thought that movie was marvelous. It's just some bad words. He hears it from his wife all the time, my wife all the time.
from his mom.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he loved it. He thought it was great. And then so we went and watched it chapter two. He liked that one too. Just not as much as that chapter one.
You know what it is for me? I went in, I saw it chapter 2 on opening night because I loved the first one so much, so I just couldn't wait. So that next, whatever year and a half, I was so excited for the next movie. I went to go see it opening night. I think I fucked up because I could not possibly have put higher expectations on the movie. Like I was like, this is going to be a follow up to the best thing I'd ever seen, right? So
Yeah,
naturally, I walked out of the movie fucking hating it. I thought everything about it was minus like it was scary, but like it was like disjointed for me. The CGI was bad, the de-aging on the kids, like all the things you hear people talking about, just really kind of like I got so detached. But because of that, I clinged even harder to my fear and my hope that Welcome to Derry would be good. And so now that we finally have a trailer, we got to talk about it.
let's talk about it.
You typically avoid trailers, Mike. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's funny because that's my job is literally uploading trailers.
Yeah, you're our trailer
So,
man.
yeah, so whenever a trailer drops, I quickly get it up online, and then I got to find like a thumbnail. So I really don't have time to actually sit down and watch the entire thing. I just try to find a really good thumbnail for it, and then put the trailer up. And if there's something I really, really want to see, I try not to watch it so I can be surprised. Um, but about 70% of the trailers that come out, I don't watch them.
I think that's a good
But I
move. I
did
think
watch. I did watch Welcome to Derry though, just for this.
I appreciate that because to me, I have thoughts on this.
It says he's gonna be in six, so we'll see. But I could get that feeling, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that was just like a shoehorned in tease at the end of that trailer or not.
I will say it does kind of look like it. You're an editor as well as I am. Does this look like a just a composited shot to you, or maybe they turned down the exposure enough to where we couldn't really tell that maybe that's either a body double or not shot in that sewer? I don't know.
Well, as someone who tries to get thumbnails and stills from for trailers, I did try to grab that one and try to blow it up, and it was just like a little blurry mess. So I couldn't even use that one. So who knows what they did with that?
Yeah, the pose, I mean, it's a classic Pennywise Bill Skarsgård pose, but it just almost looks like maybe they took a still image or a even I don't know, maybe even like a CGI model and kind of just darkened it down, threw it in there to let us know that Pennywise will be in this show. But that's why it makes me wonder, was he always going to be here? And if he wasn't, what was the original plan? Because to me, we love Pennywise. Everybody loves Pennywise, the dancing clown. But I'm interested in seeing Pennywise in other forms. Like there's a scene in this trailer where you see that sweaty security guard or that sweaty police officer right here. And this dude,
Yeah,
that's obviously Pennywise. And so that, you can make it work without him being the clown. But obviously, you're not going to get the same viewership if you don't have the clown. So it just makes me wonder. That's one of my concern. My biggest concern is this show going to be kind of piecemealed together from a bunch of other ideas that were something else that got co-opted into becoming another It movie?
kind of like that Castle Rock show.
Yeah. Now, season 2 of Castle Rock. This is actually. Did you watch season 2 of Castle Rock?
I watched season one,
Okay.
and that was it. I didn't watch the second season.
So season 2 is a prequel to Misery
Oh, okay.
with Lizzie Kaplan playing the Annie Wilkes character.
Oh, really?
I would
That's
recommend
awesome.
that season. It's way better than the first season, in my opinion. And it
Okay.
does it's weird seeing a prequel to Misery that like is clearly made to fit, the lore of that movie. But it's also very good. I liked it anyway. I thought it kind of had like a Bates Motel vibe if it was a little less angsty.
Yeah. Well, that sounds awesome.
Check it out and let me
Did it
know what you
stop after
think.
season two? Yeah, did it stop after season two, or did it just
Yeah, I think it's just
get
the
one more
two
season?
seasons. I don't Yeah, if there was a
Okay.
third season, I would have watched it, I think. But yeah,
Okay.
I would recommend it. It's kind of one of those things, though. I got to tell you, Mike, it's one of those things where if you love the movie Misery, it'll carry you through the show. But you might not see it as like a companion piece to Misery. It's not like quite that good,
Okay.
but it's there.
Okay.
Um, okay, so back to the trailer because my biggest concern was, as I mentioned, my next one though, and this is kind of one that I've been seeing. Hold on, real quick. Dungeon Crawler Jesse says, "LOL, Kier calling out their bullshit editing." Yeah, dude, it's just it's what. Well, Mike knows this. It's what we do. I notice editing in the strangest places, but especially trailers. I look for that editing. Because
Hmm.
trailers are fun. Editing a trailer is like an art form of its own. Like if you guys would like to see, maybe one day on a live stream we could edit together a trailer for like a classic movie.
That would be awesome.
Right?
That
That'd
would
be
be
fun.
awesome.
Just get like some of our like or like everybody does one. You do one, I do one, Tyler does one. We just get all of our best guys. That would be fun.
That would be a
Okay.
lot of fun.
I'm getting ahead of myself. So
Anyway.
concern number 2 with Welcome to Derry, with the trailer for it, is I think there's a clear lack of like there's things that they're not showing us. I notice in the trailer they show us a lot of shots of people screaming or a lot of shots of kids like looking afraid or eerie imagery, but they don't really show us like the source of the fear. And I'm wondering, is this because we know Andy Muschietti's history with VFX, right? I mean, we've seen The Flash, we've seen the It movies. His CGI work isn't like, not that he does it himself, but it's not the greatest. I'm wondering, is the footage not, are they worried that showing us any action in the trailer is going to deter us from watching it? I have so many concerns knowing that it's Warner Brothers and HBO. What do you think? What do you think about like overall? You watch the trailer. What's like the vibe you get? Are you excited?
I'm excited for it. I mean, I guess I would be a little optimistic about it. There's nothing in there that makes me deter away from it. Um, I did have to do a double take because there's one scene there where it looks like Clancy Brown was in there. So that got me insanely excited, but I didn't see him in the credits at all. But so I guess that wasn't him, just a little Clancy Brown lookalike. But I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'll probably review it too on a live stream, just because it's like it's so important to me that it's good. Because I kind of root for Andy Muschietti. You know, I don't like a lot of his movies, but I love Mama and I love It Chapter 1. And so he's got like my vote in terms of like I'm championing him for him. But I gotta be honest, man, his last two movies, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, I've never seen The Flash, so I'll go ahead and let you know on that one.
You haven't
But
seen
it
The Flash?
never seen it. I haven't watched any of the. I think the last DCEU movie I watched was the. Well, I did watch Wonder Woman 84. Ugh.
Not good.
Um, no, not at
Not good.
all. I watched Aquaman and I've seen Man of Steel.
Mm.
Those are the only ones I've seen. I haven't seen any of the other Justice League movies or anything like that.
That's interesting because I know we connect. I think even like I saw you like a month ago. We hung out,
Hmm.
uh, and I think we might have talked. We definitely talked comics. We definitely talked superhero movies. You like the Marvel movies? Is that correct?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
you hear? I'm gonna pivot from Pennywise for a second. Did you hear about the leaked villains for the new Spider-Man movie?
No, I
Okay, hang on.
didn't.
I'm gonna send myself. I took a screenshot. Somebody posted like they went to a convention for Disney, like an investors meeting, and after they got out, they went on Instagram and straight up just posted who the villains of Spider-Man 4 are gonna be.
Do you
And
want to go ahead and tell it right now, or do you want to tell me later?
I'm gonna reveal it. I think I can show this online because
Okay,
it's out
go
there
for it.
still.
Go for it.
Okay.
Well, I can't see what your screen, so you just let me know what I'm
Okay,
looking
I'm
at.
gonna read it to you because it's just a caption to a photo of nothing.
Okay.
Uh, so this guy, Trust Higashi, he says he got a chance to go to the Disney Blockbuster Consumer Products presentation. They made me bag and seal my phone up so I couldn't take pictures, but here are the highlights. I'm not going to read all of them, but when it gets down to Avengers Doomsday, said it looks good. They showed a sizzle reel. And then Spider-Man Brand New Day. The villains will be Scorpion, Boomerang, and Tombstone.
Oh, Tombstone.
Tombstone I've been waiting to see in live action properly, like represented the right way in a long time, but Boomerang, I was like, what the hell are we talking about? I didn't even know who that was.
Oh, you see this? Let
Let
there be
there be
light, sir. I
light.
got power back in my house.
Oh man, hold on, I got to give you a song. Uh Here we go. That's what happens when the power comes back on. Right on, dude.
Oh, I love it, man. I used to work at this amusement park in the late 90s. It was a Paramount owned amusement park, and they would always play the Flash song, not the Flash, a Fletch song throughout the entire park. That's awesome, man. Thanks for
That
that.
is badass, dude. That's the kind of I used to go to a Paramount Great America when I was a kid. I lived in the Bay Area, and they always had the Top Gun theme song. Every single time I went there, it was this one. Danger zone, you know. But
Anyway, we got way off track. All right, so what were we talking about? What were we
yeah,
talking
I'm
about?
so
We're
sorry
talking
about
about
that.
Tombstone. We're talking about Tombstone.
Yeah, so Tombstone being a Spider-Man villain, I can get down with. That sounds like definitely not a multiverse thing. That's ground level Spider-Man if I've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's great. Did you watch the recent series on Disney Plus, the Spider-Man
The
animated
animated
show?
one. I
Yeah,
did. Yeah, I watched the full season. I liked it. I really liked it.
I loved it. I loved it. I'm a huge Spider-Man guy. That's
Yeah,
my guy.
yeah, Spider-Man. I'm down with Spider-Man. I read a lot of Spider-Man, or have read a lot of Spider-Man. Real quick, the real Mr. Nixon left a comment. I said it sounded like an '80s Eddie Murphy movie song. That's because it sounds like the theme song to Beverly Hills Cop, the Fletch one, this one, but it is not. But it is by the same composer, Harold Faltermeyer did that song, so that's why it sounds like that. But yeah, I liked the new Spider-Man cartoon. I also didn't really have any beef with the animation. I saw a lot of people were disappointed that
Mm-mm.
it came out. I thought it looked cool. I was into it.
It was very, very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. I like when my Spider-Man is not canon to the MCU because I feel that you can take more risks that way. And this show took some risks, like the whole Lonnie Lincoln Tombstone thing. I really loved that. I loved that like they were just boys, they were homies at school, and
Hmm.
you get this whole episode build up to just the origin of Tombstone. I thought that was so good.
Yes.
I wonder who would play him though in live action because you almost have to get an albino actor, or you got to do like what the cartoon did and you got to get a black actor, and then after he transforms, they're gonna have to do some kind of like VFX or something because Tombstone, he's a black guy but he's a white guy. You know what I mean? He's like literally got white skin, but he was like originally not pale. So they got to make that work in the movie somehow.
You could go from Michael B. Jordan, and then he can transform into Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, I'm sure Marvel would love to get Jonathan Majors back for another role. They weren't at all scared the last time he got canceled either. I do think Michael B. Jordan would be a good Tombstone because he's already jacked. He's already got like Tombstone's proportions with like giant shoulders and huge pecs, and Did you see
Well,
Sinners? Did we talk about Sinners?
uh, you and I talk about it? No, I've seen it 4 times.
So we're the same. We're the same. I would assume we're of the same opinion that it's a great fucking movie.
Oh, that's a masterpiece of a movie, and
What,
especially a guy who loves music so much. That movie is amazing.
dude? That musical number. I know. I talked to Tyler after the movie. He didn't like the musical number in the middle of the movie. I thought that was one of the greatest scenes in the whole movie.
Oh, it's one of the I think it's one of the greatest scenes in the last decade.
Yeah,
That scene is perfect.
I would agree. When you first see that '80s like Future Man playing the guitar in the montage, you're like, wait, what the
Oh yeah.
hell? And then it just out of nowhere, it just elevates and keeps going. For chat, let me know how you guys found Sinners because I did a live stream review of it, and at the time that I did it, I think a lot of people hadn't seen it. So you guys in the chat, let me know if you guys like Sinners, because when that movie comes out on digital, I might have to do like I don't know, maybe we'll figure out some kind of like watch along or something if we can, because I want to do stuff like that. Like what do you think about this, Mike? As a internet personality yourself, I've never done like a live watch along, and I kind of think like that might be the move one of these days to like put on Lord of the Rings and just watch it with the audience. 3 hours just talking and watching.
Oh, I would do that with you, man,
Hmm.
for sure. I
I
thought
think
about doing that on TikTok Live when at some point. I just like put a timestamp of where I'm at in the movie. If someone just joins too late.
Yeah, dude, we should look into that. Chat, let me know again also if you guys are interested in that, because I do want to spruce up the show so that way every week it's got variety. There's something different for everybody. I also know that like I like to watch alongs, and so that's got to count for something, right? Okay, look, Hip Hop Legend is down for everything, dude. He's down for an editing live. He's down for a watch along, dude. You guys are my dudes.
You know, it would be kind of fun. I'm just kind of spitballing here. If instead of well, as well as editing a show, you could get everybody and treat it like a giant writer's room and write an episode of a TV show that already exists. Just like a fun fan fic.
Now that is something I mean, that would be amazing. I definitely think that would be like a huge, fun, wild way to like bring everyone together. I wonder, man, because I like to think like I like to treat these live streams. I've told the audience this before. You've probably heard this since you've watched the show before. I like to treat the live streams kind of like I like to use them to like work out my thoughts on whatever movies I've watched throughout the week or whatever like news has come out and just decompress. But I also feel so bad because unless I'm reading the comments constantly, it feels like a one-sided conversation sometimes, and I feel bad about that.
Yeah, sometimes I'll leave comments and you go way down, way past my comment. I'm like, okay, no, I pay attention to
It's hard,
me.
man. It's hard. It's hard because I only see them. They feed them to me kind of two at a time. on screen, and then some of them come and go so quick because there's more coming in. I don't know if you guys find any of that talk entertaining, but it is hard. Okay, I'm doing my best, guys.
Well, what does chat think about doing a giant writer's room?
Let us know, chat. What do you think about doing a big writers' room episode? We bring a bunch of us on. We all just kind of toss around, kick around ideas. Man, these are all things that I wish, like, sometimes I wish we could experiment with, like, on the fly. You know, like, let's just try
What
one
would be a
tomorrow.
what would be a fun show to do? I could think of two that are my favorite.
There's a but Darnell. I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to copy and paste your comment. My bad, dude. um, I don't know, man. Like, I think, like, for example, something that I've been thinking would be fun for a live, other than, like, you know, watch alongs and stuff, is like doing like a tour of like our movie rooms, you know, because we all have one. Like, I've got a movie, you know, like a studio office. You've got one. Tyler's got one. And I'm always curious every time I talk to anybody, any one of you guys. I'm always like, what do you got going on back there? You know, like what kind of stuff you got? What is that? You know, so
Yeah.
I think stuff like that is cool because people, you know, at least our audience, dude, these guys are legit, man. You know, as you know, they're kind of like active members of our JoBlo crew, and I think it'd be fun to kind of, you know, do a little show and tell. Like this week in my comic book stand here for my background, I've got 1985 Swamp Thing written by Alan Moore. And this is a piece I'm really proud of. It's a comic book I love a lot, and I would like to share that with the audience sometime, you know? So you guys got to let me know what you want. Hip Hop Legend, of course, would love it. All right. I have more questions for you, Mike.
Sure. Shoot.
And if this seems, you know, if it seems sporadic, it's because really what I wanted to do was talk about my thoughts on the Welcome to Derry trailer. And I wanted to do it with
Yes.
a live person, so that way you could bring me off of my high horse. But I want to ask you, how did you get started at JoBlo? Because I'm pretty sure you've worked here longer than I. Is that correct?
Yes. When did you start?
I think it was 3 years ago this month, maybe.
Okay. Well, so early 2000s, early mid 2000s, one of my friends got me into Joe Blow, the website, and I just thought it was great. I love the way that people talked on there. Some of them, they didn't seem as creepy as some of the guys at Ain't It Cool News. Can I say that?
We'll take
Um,
it.
and that's where I always got my movie news. And then over the years, I taught myself how to edit, especially with with one of my friends' short films that he had to do for his film class. Like I would just do his work for him. And
I've been there.
then I just so happened to get on the site and saw that they were looking for an editor or somebody to work on the YouTube side of it, and I just applied and I got it. So that was towards the end 2000, I believe.
The year 2000?
2020.
Oh, I
Year
was like, no way.
2000. No, 2020. Sorry.
2020.
Um, yeah, my first video was a ranking of all the Elm Street movies.
Very cool. That's a cool first video. My first video, excuse me, hang on. Ooh, my first video for JoBlo was actually I got a show. So they hired me to write, narrate, and edit a Marvel Revisited series that was like a
Nice.
brand new idea. So my first one was Blade, 1998 Blade. I wanted to do Howard the Duck because I think that should count as the first Marvel movie. But I did Blade, which I've now done 2 videos. I did one for the horror channel as well. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So then what happened? So because you're a hell of an editor. For those of you that don't know, Conway, definitely one of the great editors at our company. Very imaginative, very creative. Also, something that maybe people don't know about you, that are originals fans only, is that you hosted your own show on the horror channel like long before any of us were on camera.
Oh yeah, it was horror party movies. So I
How
just
did that come to be? What was the inception of that show? And can you explain
there's
what it
so
is for those who don't know?
it was basically treating the movie like a drinking game, and we'd have a cocktail made specially for the movie. Um, some other person was running it for a little bit, and then I took over, and um, it didn't do as well as I hoped. I mean, I put a lot into it. I had to watch some really bad movies for it.
Yeah, man.
I watched The Crow Wicked Prayer 4 times just for that one video,
I've
so
seen
I
it
could
once, never again.
think of some funny jokes, and then try to think of a little cocktail for it, and then I had to watch it again as I was editing the thing. Um, so yeah, that was one of the things that I did, and yeah, I'm not so much in front of the camera these days, except for on TikTok as
Y-
of recently.
Yeah, you're the face of JoBlo TikTok.
Yes, go check that out.
Yeah, you guys should
I do
go
news on
follow
there.
us. We're branching out a little bit, y'all. If you're only watching us on YouTube, you're missing out because we got Instagram, we got TikTok, especially now that Mike is running it. That means that we have a consistent flow of content for TikTok, which I think is what we were missing before. Again, this is boring for the rest of you, so I don't want to get into it, but it's good that now we have another kind of source to share our thoughts and opinions on movies with people. So go follow us there if you guys are
Yeah,
on
and
TikTok.
I try to get a little goofy with it, so head over there at Joe Blow Movies.
Yeah, JoBlo Movies, and then on Instagram, JoBlo Movie Network. Go check us out. Also, just one more reminder for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, I do have a new Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, kier.gomes. You can check me out there. I'll be posting regularly, I think. We'll see. Okay, so now we've gotten to know a little bit about you, Mike, but I have a little bit of a game I like to play when I have a guest on the show.
Ooh, I
We're
like
going to go
games.
2 rounds. I'm going to play a clip of a song, and I just want you to tell me what movie this song is from, or at least what the most iconic movie this song is from, okay?
Okay.
Let me see. I want to give you different ones than I gave Chris. Okay, let's do my favorite song of all time. You're going to know this one. You better know this one, Mike.
Okay.
If you've listened to the show, you definitely know the sound. What is that
That's
from?
Evanescence with 12 Stones. Is it 12 Stones? Daredevil.
Daredevil, yes. Do you even know the album that song is from? That's what you...
Yeah, it's Evanescence.
And you know,
And I believe I'm trying to think if because that's the remix. So not the remix, it's the remake with a different singer in there. I think he's from the band 12 Stones, I want to say.
that's impressive that you know that. I literally only knew it as just the one Evanescence song that I know, and I just know it from Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how cultured I am. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more. Tell me what movie this is from.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight.
Okay.
I got the
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Give me a hard one. Give me a hard one.
Let's see what I have. I don't have that many on here, especially like
That's
newer
not.
ones, like ones that like I haven't played before. But let's see what else I got. Dude, none of these are gonna be hard for you. Literally, none of these are gonna be hard. They're all easy.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Let's try one more.
Okay. Okay. Departed.
All right, The Departed. 3 in a row, Mike Conway. Well done. Well done, man. Let's take a look at some movie news. I'm going to pull up the news,
Okay.
and you and I are going to read it.
Okay.
Okay, so we looked at the Welcome to Derry trailer. You guys now know my thoughts. You know what? I would say just final thoughts on my thoughts on the Welcome to Derry trailer. I think the beef I have is very similar to what I have with the new Superman trailer. Is I like what I see, sort of. I just don't get a sense of excitement. I feel apathetic about it, and I'm waiting for something to wow me. You know. I guess this would be kind of a silly question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
No, it's more the member berries for me with the kids on bikes.
Yeah.
Something
Right.
about
Yeah.
seeing kids on bikes, man, it just makes me feel all, warm inside.
Yeah. It gives you that Steven
That came out wrong.
Spielberg.
That came out really wrong. But you know what I'm talking about.
I do love the cinematic kids on bikes trope riding through the neighborhood, only because too that has no generational like gaps. I think every generation, bicycles are applicable to every generation. Every generation of kids has ridden bikes with their friends for the most part, right? So yeah, that's a good trope, but it's going to take a lot more than that, I kind of feel this is crazy. I feel more excited about the new Jurassic Park movie, which, spoiler alert to you guys out there, I am not a fan of most of these movies. I like the first one. That's it. I don't like the second one that much. I don't like the third one at all. But this new trailer for Jurassic World looks pretty good. Did you I'm assuming you didn't see this, Mike, because you're not a trailers man, ironically.
Um, no, I didn't. But I'm going to go see it because I like what I've been reading, like news wise, what the director's been saying about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already sold. So I'll go ahead and see it for sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. And it's weird too. The weird history of this movie. I got the trailer kind of on in the background so you guys can see it. The weird history of this movie was that supposedly the studio wrote the script, and they were like, when they hired their director, they said, we just want somebody to make exactly what we wrote. We don't want any creative liberties taken. We just want somebody to come in and orchestrate this script into a production. And that made me, obviously, like, you hate hearing that. You hate hearing that, like, a whole coalition of executives came up with the idea for a movie. But the trailer, dude, I'm going to be honest, when I'm watching it, they show so many dinosaurs. They show a lot of action. The CGI looks fucking great, dude. Almost like the new Planet of the Apes movies. It's just got that, like, tight CGI. Did you like those movies? The Matt Reeves Apes movies and then the latest one?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, me too.
I didn't see King. I didn't see Kingdom. I did not see the last one yet. I am, but that trilogy is incredible.
It
I
is.
love that trilogy.
It is. That trilogy is why those are the movies responsible for why I was able to accept Matt Reeves as the director of the Batman. Because I had only seen before that, I think I'd only seen his version of Let the Right One In, the Let Me In movie with Chloe Grace Moretz, which I also love. But it
Yeah,
wasn't
I liked
until
it too. Yeah, I liked it too.
it wasn't
Quite a
until
bit
the Apes
actually.
movies that I really was like, this guy can make a fucking movie,
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
well, this new Jurassic Park looks good, man. I think, if you're gonna see the movie, then wait on the trailer, I guess, like you always do. I typically do like Sinners. Sinners, maybe that's why I saw a lot of comments. I'm getting to the comments, people, don't worry. I saw a lot of comments when we were talking about Sinners, kind of saying like a lot of the same thing, like the hype for Sinners is kind of what destroyed it for them. And I think I understand that because I went to go see it the day it came out, and I didn't see a trailer. I didn't even know it had to do with vampires. I went to go see it off of the two things I knew, which was Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, which to me, I like all the movies they do together. So I knew I was going to like it. But so I think just to kind of touch on some of these comments from you guys, I think Sinners had kind of one of those things where had I seen a trailer, I might have been too excited, and then the hype of the movie might have killed the actual experience. But knowing nothing about it and just being surprised, dude, that's how you
Oh
guys
yeah,
should have seen Sinners. I feel bad for those of you that weren't able to see it that way.
yeah. Obviously, I didn't see this trailer for Sinners either. I knew it had to do something about the vampires though.
I had no
But
idea.
like
I was like, I was
45 minutes
completely.
into the movie, I totally forgot I was watching a vampire movie. It reminded me of the first time I watched the movie Life, the Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
You never seen Life?
I
Eddie
haven't.
Murphy,
I haven't.
Martin Lawrence. Oh my God.
Uh-uh.
It came out in 1999. Um, I was supposed to go see The Matrix, and then I ended up watching Life instead. I was kind of mad about it, but then it turned out to be it's one of my favorite movies. John, was it? Um, I forget who directed that one. It's one of the Lemmys. Jonathan Ted, I think it's Ted. Yeah, great movie, man. It takes place in the 1920s, 30s era, and they get wrongfully accused of murder, and then they spend life together in this prison camp.
Wow. Yeah, dude, I definitely have to watch it. Darnell League, hip hop legend, everybody is saying Life is a classic.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Dude, I have to see it. Dude, here's how stupid I'm so dumb, dude. When you said Life, I thought you meant the Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah, no.
What? Apparently there's a line. Dungeon Crawler Jesse said, is this a line from the movie, Mike? You not getting my cornbread. That
Yeah,
seems like,
get
yeah, it
some
must be
cornbread.
must be a quote from the movie. Okay. Dude, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, Bootzilla knew it too, dude. And Bernie Mac, yeah. Okay, so, dude, I got to check this out. Funny story. Actually, hang on. Give me 1 second, guys. The battery on my camera looks like it's going to go out. I'm going to be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'll be right back after this break.
Hey, you're gonna like it down here. I am the eater of worlds and of children. And you
Whew, not too much of a break. Oh, man, that was perfect timing for both of us.
Yeah, I had to kick. I don't know if you heard my dog barking, but I had to get her out of there.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Poor baby probably just misses you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Sorry. So what was I saying?
We're talking about the movie Life.
So,
And how you
yeah,
need
dude,
to
I thought
see
you were
it.
talking about the fucking Ryan Reynolds movie, which I've seen somehow. I don't even know why I've seen it.
Oh no, perfect movie, and you'll get why. Like I kind of thought about the movie with Ray's Boom Boom Room.
Let me pull up the poster. I want to see if I've ever even seen the poster. I'm going to pull it up. I'll screen share it with you guys for those of you that have also not seen the poster. So the title Life, is that referring to like life in prison or like life something like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
damn. Getting framed big
And
time.
I think the special makeup effects is done by Rick Baker.
Oh, whoa, okay. Classic I don't want to say just 80s, but 80s and 90s there we go. Filmmaking legend Rick Baker. Okay, so I want to say I probably have seen this poster. The poster, if you're not looking at it, Mike, it's like
Mhm.
it's like Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence in the middle, and then two inmates, Bernie Mac and the other guy, like kind of just squeezing them.
Yeah.
This looks like I describe a lot of movie posters this way, but this looks like something I probably saw like on the shelf at Blockbuster and maybe never like knew about. I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Oh,
Maybe
dude, watch it.
it looks
You
funny.
got me to watch Flow. You got me to watch Flow. I'm going to get you to watch Life.
Yeah, did we properly talk about Flow, or did you just like text me and be like it was good?
I texted you that and said I can see why I won the Oscar.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
I was kind of iffy, dude. My wife wanted to watch Flow when it came out, and I just was like not in the mood for like an experimental, low budget, indie film. Although that's like my usual setting. Like I usually default to wanting to watch that stuff. But I think that day I was just kind of like I want to watch like I don't know some trash reality TV or something. And so I was just kind of like, let's check it out and see. Because for those of you that don't know, reality TV, that's my other love. If it's not movies, it's like right beneath that is trash TV. But
Mhm.
Flow, man, what a treat, dude. I put it on. The animation didn't bother me at all, which is like, I mean, as somebody, I do my own shitty animation. So like seeing it, it didn't bother me. I couldn't do it, especially I think it was just one team to do it in Blender. But man, just the way that they were able to tell that whole story with a metaphor without anybody talking. I thought Flow was so fucking cool. Just a cool movie.
Very cool. And if anybody in chat has not seen Flow, it's on HBO Max right now. Skip 2 minutes into the movie, and then the movie will start because you got like it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds of production logos.
Yeah.
I think there's like 17 of them.
Yeah, it was literally produced by everybody. Dude, I think we just talked
Everybody
about
been
that
in there.
too, huh? It was maybe a different
Yeah,
movie,
yesterday.
or was it Flow?
No, we talked about that one yesterday.
Yeah, dude, it's produced by every company in the world because it's 2 minutes at least of random production company logos. Some you might recognize if you love movies, most of which you've never heard of.
Yeah, it's like that episode of Family Guy where Peter's talking about all the production logos before a movie starts.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Which before you guys comment it, there's not going to be a Family Guy live action movie, so don't ask where it's at. Hopefully they never do it. Okay, it's perfect as it is. We don't want to change it. I hear, it's funny. I hear people talk about live action, like things that they want to see in live action, as if, as movie lovers, most of us don't inherently hate the idea of things being changed. Like, I think about this all the time. Like, I'm clamoring for a new Scooby-Doo live action, right? I know Netflix is doing a series, but it's by the people that do Riverdale, so it's not going to be for me. But I want to see like a new live action Scooby-Doo. But then I also go, why? I like the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and like I'll always have that, but I still like there's just this part of me that like because I love something, I have to see it in every form of media that it could possibly exist, even if I know I might not like it.
Yeah, we had 2 solid live actions. I even like Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, me too. I think I saw a video that that NerdSync did that I thought was funny and interesting because I also like those live action movies, like the ones that James Gunn wrote or produced or whatever those were. I like those movies, but
yeah,
I saw NerdSync did a video that they came out in the wrong order, and Monsters Unleashed works better as the first movie, and the original one where they go to Spooky Island works better as the sequel. For reasons like, the Mystery Inc. is broken up at the beginning, and then they have to get back together, and then in the first movie there actually was monsters, where in the second movie it was more like the show where like the monster was actually just a disgruntled person. I thought it was interesting. That's cool stuff.
that makes sense. Well, this is a good segue. What are your thoughts on Lilo and Stitch?
I haven't seen the live action one.
Yeah, it comes out right now.
It's this
So it
weekend.
came out,
Okay, good.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like the animated movie a lot. When I was a kid, so again, I'm younger than you. So however old you were when you saw it, maybe take a decade off of that. That's when I saw it, or like whatever. So
I saw it last month for the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I saw it a little earlier than that. I used to love that
It came
movie.
out when I was working at it came out when I was working at a movie theater. And I had no interest in watching it, so I never seen it. And it's one of my kids' favorite animated movies. So finally, I went and watched it because the trailers for this movie looks really cute, and it turns out it's one of my favorite Disney animated movies.
Yeah, it's really good, man. What I like about it is it still captures the classic like age of Disney. It has like, like the hand-drawn 2D animation flavor, kind of like Princess and the Frog, where it's modern, but it feels like a classic. And I don't know. I'm excited for the live action just because like it looks cute. I like the cute stuff, but I do think that animated movie, it's just a tough one. It's a tough one to beat. It was kind of just a really, I don't know, just a monumental like new Disney movie for the time, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, hopefully this will be the one live action remake that I enjoy. The only one I've actually kind of liked so far was I like Peter Pan and Wendy a
Yeah, I thought
lot.
that was good too. That was from the director of The Green Knight, which is another really good movie.
Yeah, yeah. So
Um,
I like that one. Not so much the other ones. Did not like Lion King at all. But
Me
so I
neither.
mean, a lot of people don't know this about me. I dress all in black, like a lot of metal, like a lot of horror movies. I'm a huge Disney fan.
You
I
are.
love Disney.
Yeah, I remember that was
It's
one of the
cringe
first
to
things I learned
say.
about you.
Yes, it might be cringe to say or cringe to hear, but I'm a Disney adult as well.
Nah,
I go to Disney a lot. So,
yeah, dude. There's
but
nothing cringe about that, dude. That's cool. I mean, it
yeah,
would be
so
cringe.
I
It
yeah.
would be cringe if right now you were dressed as Goofy. Like that might be a little
Oh,
bit. Maybe
I should
not.
get my Goofy hat.
Yeah, maybe next time we
I do
have
have a
you.
Goofy hat.
But for now, I hate
But yeah,
I hate to do the abrupt ending. I got to go pick up my wife from the doctor, so I'm gonna be bouncing out. But you guys, I love you all. Please make sure you come back next week and bring a friend. And Mike, any final words you want to give the crew before we sign off?
no, just go see some movies, man. You got 2 giant ones coming out this weekend, and then you got Friendship coming out for as a wide release as well. So
That's
go
what
see
I'm
some
really
movies.
excited for. Really excited for Friendship.
Oh yeah,
I love Tim Robinson. Love him.
all right. Oh yeah, he's one of my
Last
favorites.
thing. We do have tomorrow, guys, a little treat for you. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a 24-hour live video. It's going to be like a live stream, only I won't be on it. We're going to be doing 24 hours of what the fuck happened to this movie. So be around 2 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. We're going to get 24 hours of content streaming on the JoBlo channel. So it's going to be fun. All right. Well,
Awesome.
Mike, I love you, man. I got to have you back. We'll do a longer one next time,
Love
but
you
I got
too.
to get going.
Yes, and I'll be in the same room as you next time.
Sounds good. All right. I'm going to outro us out. Everybody have a great night. Peace out.
Later, guys.
I'll go watch Life. Come on.